Hello everybody and welcome back to the Fintech Times. We're here at Sibos Europe 2022 in lovely Amsterdam, and I'm really happy to be joined today by Peter Michel Heilmann of Reltime. Peter Michel, how are you?
Hello, I'm very fine, thank you.
Good.
Yeah.
Are you enjoying Sibos so far?
Yeah, welcome to my country.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that everything is orange? Sibos color orange?
Yeah.
Well, as you know, it's our national color.
Oh, is it? I didn't know this.
Yes.
Ah.
We had the Queen this morning. She's the Queen of Orange, Maxima. So it's great to have an orange style of Sibos being in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Finally.
Finally.
After so many goings around.
I should have worn a more orange shirt, but I think this is more of like a beige brown. But
You're doing well.
Maybe I'll find something better to wear tomorrow. Before we get on, why don't you tell us just a little bit about who you are and the company that you've come from today?
Sure. Well, my name is Peter Michel Heilmann. I'm the CEO of Reltime. We are headquartered in Oslo. We have subsidiaries in Norway, in Lithuania, and El Salvador. We do business globally. We're a technology company, a fintech for good, as we call it. And we have developed over the last 4 years our own layer 1 proof of authority blockchain. And on top of that, we have built the world's first global Web3 financial ecosystem. And we white label this ecosystem to other companies, telecom companies, banks, financial institutions, brokerage firms, and also trusted brands with thousands or millions of customers, whereby people peer-to-peer can transfer money, move money, receive money in 150 countries around the world, can do lending, borrowing, create joint accounts, can basically do much more with money without the boundaries that exist in the world.
Fantastic. Well, it's great to have you here with us. Why don't you tell us a bit more, as you said, a fintech for good company? Why don't you tell us a bit more about Reltime's mission, and especially in regards, I know you have a strategy for 2025. Why don't you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, sure. Look, our mission basically is, I don't know if you know anything about Web3. Basically, we are decentralized. Web3 is power to the people, right? We empower people to be financially free and without any middlemen and without any obstacles. For example, national boundaries, or maybe, for example, people wanting to borrow money or send money can be quite costly, can be time-consuming, can be very inconvenient. All of these obstacles we take away with Reltime by making sure that everyone is included. This morning, Queen Maxima was talking about financial inclusion. Yeah. We believe that everyone has the right to have, with a simple app, can do transactions from your phone number to my phone number, or vice versa. Yeah. Right? You're from London, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so when you order a cafe here at the Sibos, and it might be free or you might have to pay for it. How do you pay? If you're English and you have an English bank account.
It's quite common to have like mobile wallets, sort of completely contactless.
Yeah. So how would you then pay? With what mobile wallet would you use?
You know, I'm quite fortunate that all of my friends are on Revolut, and we all went on holiday together recently, and we were using Revolut. This isn't a plug, but we were using Revolut to split the bills.
Yes.
Between all the different accounts.
Yeah.
Because they
Did you have a joint account?
We didn't have a joint account, no. But
would you like to have one?
Oh, definitely.
You can have a joint account with Reltime.
Is that right?
So you go with your friends, you go on holiday, or you go skiing, or you go to your football match, with your club going to another country, right? And then you, instead of splitting the bill, you make one joint account that you pay all your bills.
That does sound very, very handy.
Yeah,
That does sound
it's one of our unique features.
Oh, fantastic! I will definitely look into it. I live with 4 other people, so there's always a need for a split account, right?
You can pay the rent in one go if you want to.
Oh, that would be the dream. So in terms of, I mean, you have this very clear vision for what you want Reltime to do and to achieve.
Yes.
But what have your achievements looked like historically, in like a retrospect?
Yes. We, our co-founder and CTO is Frode van der Laak. He actually has a Dutch surname, and he is Norwegian. He, 4 years ago in King's College in your country, London, had this idea of creating a Web3 blockchain-based ecosystem, which would be as seamless and as frictionless as you would have your mobile phone in your pocket, right? And then make transactions based on Web3. Back then, Web3 was something fairly unheard of. It got popularized not so long ago, right? And the future will be Web3 and the metaverse, right? If you, for example, look at metaverse, have you ever bought anything on the metaverse yourself?
I've never bought anything, no.
Okay, but what if you would like to do a transaction on the metaverse? How would you do that?
That's a good question. You need to find like a service provider.
Yes.
You need to have, of course, the right currency.
And would you trust the other person on the other side? Someone, for example, who you totally don't know, and you need to send $20 to buy some virtual boxing gloves. Would you send that money with your a card from?
Oh no, never.
So how
never
would you
with my bank
do
details,
it then?
No. You'd have to adopt a solution like
Reltime,
I assume.
yes.
Yeah.
You have various options. You have credit cards, you have PayPal, you have probably your bank account. You can pay maybe with crypto or digital money, but you can also have, when you do your eKYC and I do mine, and we download the Reltime app, which can be white labeled in any brand can create their own ecosystem. We at least know that has been taken care of. It has been screened, right? And therefore we can make transactions within the global Web3 ecosystem that we created in 150 countries.
But how far away are we from that actually becoming like a practical everyday?
It's a practical everyday platform as we speak.
As we speak.
You can download it, you can use it, you can do your eKYC, and you can start. It's a free of charge app, and you don't need to pay any fees for transaction fees between you and me. And our phone number, your phone number is your account number. So you don't have to have 42 character long codes or anything that you need to type. This is it. This is how it works.
Fantastic.
24/7 support, and also with lending and borrowing is possible. We have a global digital license for digital assets that covers the entire world, and we're looking for partners who would like to roll this out in their respective territories. It could be banks, it could be financial institutions, it can be telecom companies, or it can be brokerage firms that have a lot of clients, right? That they want to enter the Web3 and metaverse space, financial, basically the future of finance as far as we see it.
So how is Reltime working with sort of financial institutions and banks and other fintechs to secure this capability within the metaverse?
Well, in Sibos, I was speaking to a Central Western African bank, and they said we have developed our own banking app for our country, but we would love to do this for the 6 countries of our economic area as step 2, and then the whole world is step 3. And thought, they need a partner for that. They can't do it themselves. They need a blockchain layer 1 with Nordic trust and
Yeah.
accountability,
Yeah.
right? And that has, it's like a sort of a pizza dough, right? You can put your own topics on top, right? You can make it customized the way you want it to have it, right? That's the unique thing of Reltime.
Yeah, one of the major benefits of being a white labeled solution as well, you know, you can tailor it to whatever
Yeah.
you need it for, essentially.
Exactly. You can also have it in your language. We recently signed up a Mexican partner who wants to roll out the entire Latin America, starting with Spanish, probably in the near future also Portuguese, Brazilian Portuguese. We recently covered Southern Africa, and we're looking for partners there. We have in Asia and in the Nordics and other areas of the world, North America, UK, are coming to us saying, hey, can we collaborate together? And it's just one of the things that we are focusing on, and we're step by step we're creating new products such as a decentralized exchange that you can trade goods. Let's say that I mentioned Africa before.
Yeah.
Someone who makes coffee beans can then supply the beans directly to me,
Okay.
peer-to-peer through the exchange.
So you're developing those exchanges now?
Ourselves, yes.
Ourselves,
Yes,
yeah.
it's coming out next month.
Next month? Oh,
Yes,
fantastic.
our own. And it can also be used for sports clubs.
Okay.
It can be used for acquisition of land. It has multiple uses.
So what are the end benefits that the consumer can expect to see from these exchanges?
Well, first of all, as you know, if you would buy coffee from someone,
Yes.
you would have a lot of middlemen, right?
Yeah.
Probably the VAT that you pay for your coffee, yeah, is more than a kilo that the coffee grower gets. Yeah, that's how much in between there is. I would almost call it the coffee froth,
Yeah.
right? If you take that off, how much would that benefit the consumer, do you think?
It would be a much lower cost, I would assume.
There
Of
you
course,
go.
yes.
There you go.
Yes. So
And it will be more fair because then you have the coffee trade, or it can be with gold, silver, it can be with commodities, synthetic oil, it can be different things. It can be fruit, vegetables, it can be straight without any middleman. We cut out the middleman and help global trade, but also, for example, sports clubs or others to reach out to new income streams directly, that is directly benefiting, for example, their supporters or the consumer, or depending on who are the beneficiaries or who are your clients.
So we'll have to wait for that to come out next month.
Yes, yes. We can do another separate interview, especially on that one if you're
That would
interested.
be fantastic. That would be fantastic. It's such a dynamic topic at the moment, and such an ever-changing space. You know that it's difficult to predict what's going to come next. You know,
Sure.
So this is very exciting. I'm very happy.
Yeah,
for Reltime.
that's why the topic of this Sibos is progressive finance for, right, not in, for the changing world.
Yes, I
Right.
noticed that. Yeah.
For a changing world.
Yeah.
And progressive is something that you could ask all participants in this Sibos, what is your definition of progressive finance? That would be an interesting topic.
That would be
And
interesting.
each one would have a different version of it. Swift will tell you a different version than, for example, Reltime, or and for example, maybe all the existing systems that we know today. I believe that they will be totally different tomorrow.
Okay.
So, and we are building those the new finance of the future. Than today.
Yes, fantastic. Peter Michel, we've got one final question for
Yes,
you.
of course.
Is there anything about Sibos that you would recommend? What is the best way to enjoy Sibos?
The best way to enjoy Sibos is to walk the corridors, right? This morning, not even half a day has gone by, and the most amazing, I have spoken to people from Africa, just had a chat coming over to you with two lovely ladies from Athens, right? We spoke Greek to each other.
Yes.
They were like, "Oh, you speak Greek," you know, and then, "Oh, what?" It's like it's a sort of a global village here.
Yeah, it really is.
And the best meetings is the spontaneous ones. Are the spontaneous ones, and the ones that you you don't need any appointment for that. It's even people that you recognize. They say, "Hey," and you see each other and you hug each other or you shake each other's hands.
Yeah.
And then you walk by, and you see new people. Say, "Hey, oh, I met people from Zimbabwe this morning." They were central bank from Zimbabwe. This morning I was queuing up at the entrance. It was from the Central Bank of Israel.
Oh, really?
And this is going on and on and on ever since this morning.
Wow, well, you've had quite the day and quite the day ahead of you as well.
Absolutely. It's actually 4 days.
4 days. 4 days.
Yes. We have a lovely party tonight with from Fintech Times.
Yes,
I've been invited.
Yeah.
So the best meeting opportunities are also after hours and in the corridors. That's my tip for anyone wanting to come to Sibos in future.
Fantastic. Well, Peter Michel Heilmann, it's been fantastic to speak to you today.
Yes.
And yes, best of luck with the remaining days of Sibos.
Enjoy Amsterdam.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.